这要是在一定范围内，恐怕我都不是你的对手。
他们在恐惧。你认为这伙人的最终目的是什么？
没有风，植物总在动。
这种感觉，这是蓝银皇的气息。我养他们是吃干饭的吗？日月帝国，你们的灾厄回来了。
A deep breakdown of the latest preview for Soul Land 2, The Peerless Tang Sect, episode 157. If this were within a certain range, I'm afraid even I wouldn't be your match. First of all, the opening scene is naturally the sparring match between Xiao and the sword fanatic Ji Juechen. At first, I really thought this iconic scene had been cut, but it turns out it was only delayed. I have to say, Xuanji deserves some praise today. I believe many fans have been waiting for this battle for a long time. From the footage, it is clear that Xiao has already unleashed her 9 Phoenix worship flute martial soul, and she even activates her 9 Phoenix avatar. As for the Emerald Phoenix shown on screen, that is Xiao's third soul skill, Phoenix Seal. As the name suggests, it is a Phoenix Seal. This soul skill is a pure control type ability. The Jade Green Phoenix transforms into liquid and attaches itself to the opponent's body, slowing their movements and greatly reducing the flow of both blood and soul power. As for those pillars, they are Xiao's 6 soul skill, Phoenix Pillars. Although the Phoenix Pillars look like solid objects, and many people may think they are physical attacks, they are actually still sonic attacks. The original novel describes it like this: wherever the Phoenix Pillars cover the earth, releases a powerful sound wave. This sound wave can confuse the opponent's mind, disturb their spirit, and break their mental focus. In the end, after Xiao successfully controls Ji Juechen, she uses the 5th soul skill of the 3 lives, Soul Suppressing Cauldron, 3 lives, soul suppression, to completely seal both Ji Juechen's body and soul. This battle ends with Xiao's victory. Sun Moon Empire at your calamity has returned. This next scene shows Huo Yuhao preparing to bombard the Imperial Palace of the Sun Moon Empire. You have to know that Mingdu currently only has 1 city defense force, and that is the strongest elite force of the entire empire, the Sun Moon Imperial Soul Engineer Legion. Yuhao's plan is very clear. He intends to launch repeated attacks on the small cities in the southern region of the Sun Moon Empire, forcing the Sun Moon Imperial Soul Engineer Legion to leave Mingdu and hunt him down. Once Mingdu becomes defenseless, even if the Imperial Palace is protected by Soul Tool formations, Yuhao will still be able to give Xu Tianran one massive fireworks show. What do you think their ultimate goal is? We cannot allow even the slightest chance of failure. This scene shows Xu Tianran holding a meeting to discuss countermeasures. The Prime Minister of the Sun Moon Empire speaks first, suggesting that they dispatch the Sun Moon Imperial Soul Engineer Legion to wipe out the rebels. However, Starry Sky Duluo Ye Yulin strongly objects. In his view, once the Sun Moon Imperial Soul Engineer Legion leaves Mingdu, the Imperial Palace will very likely come under attack. And in fact, Old Yi guessed it exactly right. All I can say is, someone who has truly experienced war is on a completely different level. He is far better than a prime minister who only knows how to talk strategy on paper. In the end, Huo Yuhao directly leads the Tang Sect Soul Engineer Legion and gives the Imperial Palace a full firework feast. As for exactly how many shells Yuhao used, I can only say it was far more than most people would imagine. The original novel clearly states that the Tang Sect Soul Engineer Legion had a total of 300 Zhuge divine crossbow cannons. Each cannon could fire 16 fixed-installed soul cannon shells. That means one attack wave alone contained 4,800 fixed-installed soul cannon shells. And there were 3 attack waves in total. In other words, across 3 waves, Yuhao fired a total of 14,400 shells. The lowest among them were rank 4 shells, while the highest were rank 6. However, Yuhao also had one rank 9 fixed-installed soul cannon shell named Tai. This may sound extremely satisfying, but in reality, the Imperial Palace was equipped with a high-energy compressed array soul formation. Because of that, nearly 90% of the shells were intercepted. And I have a bold guess. Maybe it was because of this attack by Yu Ho that the Sun Moon side held such a deep grudge. That is why, by the era of Soul Land 3, the Sun Moon Federation directly joined forces with the Holy Spirit, cult, and gave Shrek and the Tang Sect their own firework feast. But what they used back then were all rank 8 and rank 9 shells, and they even launched 2 God Killer class shells. Do everything humanly possible, then leave the rest to fate. Did I raise them just to sit around doing nothing? This scene shows Zhu Tianran decisively sending out the Sun Moon Imperial Soul Engineer Legion to hunt down Huo Yuhao and his group. From the footage, it is easy to see that every single member can actually fly. The reason is simple. All of them are wearing rank 8 humanoid soul tools. You have to know that the Sun Moon Imperial Soul Engineer Legion has a total of 300 members. According to the intelligence Yuhao obtained earlier, the weakest among these 300 members were all 5-ring Soul Kings. But now every one of them can use rank 8 Soul Tools. What does that mean? The answer is obvious. These 300 Soul Kings have all been elevated into 308-ring Soul Duluo. As for the dozens of commanders leading them, they even carry the aura of 9-ring titled Duluo. Of course, this is not because the members were replaced. It is because the humanoid soul tools greatly amplify their soul power. Although this equipment is not as powerful as Yuhao's ultimate Icework God armor, it is already comparable to ordinary 2-word or 3-word battle armor. There is no wind. Why are the plants moving? This feeling. This is the aura of the Blue-Silver Emperor. As for the final scene, Yuhao senses the spiritual power of the surrounding plants. After fusing with Leah, Yuhao's spiritual power has completely broken through to the spirit domain realm. Because of that, he can obtain some simple information from the spiritual power of these plants. So, Yuhao casually asks whether any of them have seen the Blue-Silver Emperor. Finally, after Yuhao's question echoes through the quiet valley, a seemingly ordinary 10-year Datura flower gives him a response. Although it is only a low-level plant, its words immediately catch Yuhao's attention. It tells him that its pollen had once drifted through the wind and sensed an aura that was completely different from anything else nearby. Ancient, noble, and filled with an overwhelming life force. That aura belonged to none other than the Blue-Silver Emperor. And according to the Datura flower, the source of that aura was not far away. It came from a hidden valley somewhere in the surrounding region, a place that seemed ordinary on the surface, yet carried the unmistakable breath of the Blue-Silver Emperor. For ordinary people, this clue might not mean much, but for Yuhao, it is enough to confirm that he is getting closer to the truth. After all, the Blue-Silver Emperor is not just any plant-type existence. Its presence is deeply connected to Tangsan, the sea god, and even the legacy of the Tang sect itself. Fans who have carefully studied the map of the Sun Moon Empire should already realize where this is leading. The valley mentioned by the Datura flower is none other than the legendary Blue-Silver Emperor Valley, hidden within the territory of the Sun Moon Empire. And once Yuhao steps into that place, it means the next major secret is about to be revealed. If you enjoy my way of explaining and storytelling, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really motivates me to keep creating.